So Akanksha, Rashmi, Shweta. Who are the two not there?
Rekha
Virupakshaya
and
and one more.
Rekha.
Virupakshaya and
Rekha.
Rekha. Correct. Yeah. So the types of researches. Now in the previous class also I have given example of different types of researches, like some are research oriented, some are application oriented, or some require empirical type of analysis, some require analytical type of data. Now today's class will see the basic classes, and again with some examples we'll see how exactly this kind of a research can be carried out. So the main classes are: one is application oriented, where you do a research for to tackle some issue, or they find immediate application. See now coronavirus only, like the vaccination. So basically they are, though they are pure research oriented, but the application is immediate vaccination. So many companies we discussed about AstraZeneca, Pfizer, or Johnson and Johnson, or the Indian companies like Biotech, or even the DRDO. They are coming up with new types of vaccines. Some are like you have to inject them. Some of them they are planning to now just inhale. So this kind of a research which is immediate application oriented comes in the first category, where application oriented researches are carried out. And in this application oriented, again, few of them are based on exclusively from the research point of view. They may not find lot of, I mean, side applications. Pure researchers, say we say, the science people who study the physics, chemistry, or biochemistry or something like this, they are pure science people where they work from the pure research point of view. They are called usually the scientists. But the engineers who work from the application point of view, even our study is also from the application point of view. Though we know science, both of us know science, they study how exactly this is evolved, like a specific equation evolved. Simple example I would like to give here is of diode equation. All of you remember diode equation, Shockley's equation, how the current varies? Most of us don't remember. I is equal to I naught into some 1 minus e raised to minus exponential sum. All of you remember this? How exactly the current varies? All of us looking at the graph, we all know that, okay, at this region it is linear, at this particular region it is exponential. So somewhere in the equation, we know that it is exponential variation. So where to use, in which particular region we have to use it. So as engineers, we think like this. But if you give it to a pure science person who is studying electronics engineering or electronics subject he has taken up as his major subject or something, he will think that, okay, how the equation is, what is the equation of this, which parameters it is dependent on, the current is dependent on which parameters, or the voltage is dependent on which parameters, like that he starts thinking. But we people think of, okay, which region, what is there, what equation I have to apply, and where exactly this can be used now. As a switch, how it is used. As a simple rectifier, how it is used. If you find any other application as a detector or a sensor, like that we start thinking. So this is the difference between a pure research or a applied research, where application oriented only, whatever is the device, whatever is the research happening, that is immediate application oriented, is applied research. Whereas pure research is how exactly this evolved. That kind of a research comes in pure research. So these are the two researches, and each one finds application. See, now I gave the example of this equation. Now, how exactly this equation came and what modifications can make the modification with the equation and the current flow. So that falls in again pure research. So each one finds application. Once these science people give us this equation, only then we start thinking of the applications. So both find applications, but the immediate application is possible only in applied research. So pure research also has got applications. That's why it is carried out. So this is regarding the application oriented type of a research. Then next one is objective type of research. Now what exactly this objective type of a research means? Here you have four types or four subclasses. One is exploratory research. Now what is exploration? In the previous class also we discussed, we try to explore some things. Say assume that in and around Belgaum city, what are the places where you can get green place or greenery? That is one kind of a thing. Or second thing is where the water content is more around in and around Belgaum. So you are trying to explore something. Anything is available like this in this particular area. Or during rainy season where you get the waterfalls. So that is exploration. So next one is descriptive type of research. Now descriptive type is basically dependent on some data available. So the description, so lot of information you gather about say some flowering plants are there. So lot of information about those flowering plants is available. Then what else you can modify or produce anything else out of it. So that kind of a descriptive type where the with the existing data, what else you can explore. That is descriptive type of a research. Now correlation type of research. This in the previous class with another name we discussed, that is say rainfall or summer temperatures. I try to correlate with earlier year what was the temperature, earlier year what was the rainfall, how much was the total rainfall, or earlier year was there any flood situation or something. So this kind of a thing I try to correlate with the previous records or previous data, whatever is available. With that, I am trying to correlate and find some relationship and arrive at some solution for any of the existing issues. So all these researches, one thing you keep in mind, research means we try to find something. So again and again, depending upon the situation, we are trying to find out something which gives us the better meaning for today's situation. So similarly here, correlation type, whether last time the mango crop was more or less. So what are going to be the prices this time? Are they going to be lesser than last time or more than last time? This, even in the household also we think, but when it is carried out, okay, for every 2 years, this is going to be the price range or price variation. Or after every 2 years, this is the increase in the prices of say some vegetable or the fruit crop. Something like this, whatever you are trying to correlate and draw some conclusion, that falls in the category of correlation type of research. Then explanatory research. So explanatory research is something like the social science people try to find out, where the behavioral pattern of the individuals. Now, what exactly I mean by behavioral pattern is, last time we had COVID. So what was the behavior last time? What was the panic level? What was the confidence level? How the people were behaving? Now this time, how the people are behaving? So these kind of a thing where you are trying to explain something like why it is becoming like this, why the people are behaving like this. Say 10 years back the people behavior was different, now the people are behaving differently. Why? What situation has changed? What has made them behave like this? So these things give us the explanatory type of a research. So basically it deals with some kind of a situation and the behavioral pattern. Or even you can say that, okay, engineering students as a mass, we behave in a particular way. Compare yourself with the arts graduate. They behave in a different way. Usually you can make out actually. Suddenly, logical thinking when it comes, or arriving at a quick solution comes, analysis comes. Usually, engineering pattern is involved. If too much of explanation or auditory thing is coming into picture, either there are MBA graduates or arts graduates are involved, where more kind of a explanation or creative way of presenting anything is involved. There, usually, this kind of a behavior comes. Then, doctors and all, you might have observed, suddenly you can make out that there is a difference in the doctor group or the engineering group. Or even you can say people who are related to accountancy or some calculation statistics related. Suddenly they start looking at, okay, what is the statistics? What is the number? So, like that, behavioral patterns for each one, because of our life experiences, we tend to think in a different way and we try to form a group around ourselves in a different way. Such kind of a behavioral explanations. This is one regarding the behavior. Similarly, some diseases in a particular family or the genes or whatever we call, no, because of their type of eating or the food habits, you find that some diseases are common in some tribes. So this also needs some kind of a explanation. This is alone, it is not sufficient, the explanatory type. Along with this, there is some analytical thing involved. There is some correlation thing involved. So part of that we are taking here, but major thing is explanatory kind of a thing. So this falls in the category of explanatory research. Now the next one is slightly different from these two. Now depending upon what type of information you gather or what type of answer you expect or what type of the outcome you expect from a research, on the basis of that, you have two more classes, quantitative and qualitative. Now, quantitative, as the name itself says, you have to define the exact quantity, exact number. If I say that, okay, out of 240 students of E&C, a good number of students are placed. Now, here I am not telling you the number, how many students are placed. If I say that, okay, more than 80% of the students of E&C are placed, now I am quantifying it. So this is quantity. And if I say that, okay, it comes to qualitative, most of them are placed with the average package of 4.5 lakhs. Now I am telling that, okay, what is the quality of that? What is the package? What is the quality of life later they are going to have? What is the quality of money they are going to earn? So I am defining there, okay, the average salary package is more than 4.5. So here quantity as well as quality. So these two kind of things, they define what type of information you are gathering, or simply if I say that, okay, here in GIT, ENC students, all of them are placed. Is it true? No, not all of them are not placed. But when I try to say that, okay, in general, in a objective type of a way, okay, all of them are placed. Okay, good. Placements are good. So this does not give me any detail. And if you say that, okay, the students are placed in companies where they can stand on their feet. Now, this again doesn't define how much they are earning. Here, when I want to quantify it, I should tell that, okay, how many students with how much package they are placed. So this is where the quantitative thing comes. Now, another example of qualitative thing is like, say, the mango crops. So this time the crop is good. Sufficiently they are available. And even the quality of them is, the taste is good. Now in the taste word, I am bringing that quality. So taste is good means, okay, last year the rains, whatever the sunlight, everything they have received at a proper proportion. So this is giving us the quality. Similarly, the quality of the vegetables now it is good because the borders have been stopped. So people are not exporting them to other places, or they are not sending them to say nearby Goa or any Maharashtra places where regular basis our vegetables reach. So the quality here, they are giving that quality. So like this, the research involved in analyzing how much every year used to go, now why the quality is good. So all these things come under qualitative research. So this basically types of research, not restricted to only these definitions or this, because a research cannot be performed with only one type. Say when I say pure research, this involves some kind of a analysis also, some kind of a explanation also, some quantity also, some quality also. So exclusive or the clear cut demarcation of each research type is not possible. Each one is going to involve some part of the other type of research. So whenever you define these terms, this is the dominant type which I am explaining here. Because without the other parts, it is incomplete. The research is incomplete. So this is regarding the types of research.